first of all, I wanted to wish all of you Happy New Year. I hope this one will be much better than the last one. Today, I will be reviewing Six of Crows. This book is a part of Grishaverse, so you have to remember that firstly you should read Shadow and Bones series, which I didn't know, so I started by reading Six of Crows. I mean, I understood everything what was going on, but I missed some little details that would make reading much better and way interesting and way more funny, I guess, because some of the characters or names are just popping in those books. So it's definitely a different experience, but don't worry, I am reading A Shadow and Bone now, so I will manage if I get out of my reading slump, because I'm in kinda some maybe now. Yeah, I'm trying to get over it, but it's really hard. And I'm on the second part, and I am reading it for like a month now. It's tough, but I'm trying. I will be okay. I will manage. So first of all, let me read you the description. Catterdam, a bustling hub of international trades where anything can be had for the right price. And no one knows that better than criminal prodigy Cas Beggar. Cas is offered a chance at the deadly haze that could make him rich beyond the wildest dreams. But he can't pull it off alone. A convict with a thirst of revenge. A sharpshooter who can't walk away from a wager. A runaway with the privilege past. A spine-nosed as wherewith. A heart tender using her magic to survive the slums. A thief with a gift of unlikely escapes. Cas's crew are the only ones who might stand between the ward and distraction, if they don't kill each other first. So as you heard, the description is super interesting. I read it, and after it I wanted to just swallow the whole book. And it's really good because you see the description. Description is good and the book is even better, so I was really happy. As you heard, author already told us a bit about each and every character, but I wanted to say some more things about him. Every chapter is from different perspectives, so you really can get to know every character. Firstly, we met Inês. She's an amazing character. She's a believer. She prays kinda a lot, I think. She named her weapons after the saints. She believes that everything is already planned by them. And I think it's really interesting. She have her own thing. She's really well built character. And as we know her, she is now working as a shadow for Cas Beggar, which is our second character. I think he is a really complex character. We need to be really patient to learn anything about him. Firstly, he seems cold and brutal, which is kinda true, but he have his reasons. He is also super smart, that's why the rest of the groups always trust him. The third character is Cas's right hand, Jasper, and I would say he's my favorite, but after reading both books, I think all of them are, because they are so extremely different. You can't compare them, so it's impossible to say which one is your favorite, at least for me. Jasper is an amazing shooter with a gambling problem. Most of the stories and situations are really dark and really heavy, but he's all the time happy, he all the time brings joy, and I think he might be kinda sick because he all the time brings joys and make everyone happy, but I don't feel like he is happy. He's all the time worried when he talks. He all the time thinks about his father, his future, his life, and he is really stressed out all the time, but he tries to bring up everyone else. I can say I relate to him the most from all of them. Nina is our fourth character. She's also really funny, but she's way joyful to herself than Jasper. She's also confident to the point you might think she's cocky, but I really like it. I also enjoy her relation with Inês and Matthias, which is our fifth character. Matthias is a warrior from Frida. He is really, really serious to the point that he doesn't understand irony or jokes. I really didn't like him at first, but he is really changing and growing with every chapter. Still, though, if you're like me, you will probably have to wait to the second part to really start to like him. And for the last but not the least, villain. At first, really don't know anything about him, but later on, as I started to know his past, I really felt sorry for him. He's also really smart and he went through a hell, but at the same, he tries to fit in. He tries to be more joyful and he's starting to joking. He really evolved as a person. He felt in place eventually. So I am really happy for him. I really enjoy grow of this character. From the first chapter, I fell in love with this book, author and translator, because I read this book in Polish, did an amazing work with putting us in this world. I felt like I was there through the action. We started strongly with a lot of action. I fell in love with Kaz right after the painting situation. That was really funny, but also interesting. The fact that he just stole it because he could and he didn't want to sell it or do anything about it. He just wanted to prove that he's able to steal it. It was amazing, and we already get to know a bit of him, the way he thinks and the way he portrays the world. From the beginning, I knew they will be able to go on this mission, but it was really interesting to see how they put up with every problem because they had a lot. I also really enjoyed Nina and Matthias' stories. The enemies to lovers, back to enemies, back to lover-ish again. I don't really know how much they changed it throughout the book. It was amazing to see how their relation evolved, even though they are completely different person. All of the backstories made me quite sad, but Inês and Velan's backstories made me also extremely mad. But the worst one, the one that broke me and left me crying on the floor, was Kaz's backstory. I mean, after Inês and Velan's, I also was kinda crying a bit. But after Kaz, I mean, I have tears right now in my eyes. It just really painful to think about what he's been through. It's really I don't even know what to say. You hear I'm struggling to say anything. I mean, I started to understand a bit about him. I mean, I understand why he is like that, why he's usually mad or sad, why he tries to be strong and show everybody that he's really dangerous. And I really hope he will go on the therapy. I mean, the revenge could go do it, but the therapy is also useful. He should go through the therapy, and I hope he will get better eventually. Maybe we'll get to know about it in A King of Scars. I really hope so because I like this character. I like all of them, so I hope they all will show up in A King of Scars. I loved learning more and more about the politics of this world. I mean, there wasn't a lot about it because we already should know a lot from Shadow and Bones, which I didn't read. I now read it and I can tell you that you learn a lot of politics and geography and everything that you need to know about this world from the previous series, so you should probably read it before. But here we really get to know about Rotterdam and Frida, which till the second part we didn't know as much, especially about the Rotterdam. We get to know a bit about Frida. I loved it because this is an action fantasy book, and still the author show us the world. I really like to know about the powers, the build of the world, the politics, everything, because I like to feel like I'm living this book. This is what I was speaking about in Twilight. I felt like I didn't know a lot about the vampires, the world, and everything. And here I knew I can just sit with somebody and talk about politics of this book, and it's amazing. I love it, and it's probably why I'm so hyped about Grishaverse. The storyline of trying to find the alchemist who's making Yurdaparam, I hoped I said it right, was amazing. The way they made everything work was really interesting because all the time everything was just falling apart and Kaz had to really struggle with everything. I also enjoyed Jasper's and Villan growth in relation from really kind of fighting but way more flirting than fighting. That was amazing. I also flirt like that, so that was really funny to see it from the other perspective. The ending was quite surprising. I mean, I had some predictions, but I didn't predict all of the things that happened. And it was amazing. It made me rush back to my house to get the second part to start reading it because I was too interested in this world to just wait to read the second part. As you probably know from my previous videos, I loved those books. They had everything I needed to enjoy it. It could be more brutal, but it's just me. I love brutal stories. I love blood and kidnappings and everything like that. I recommend this book to everyone who loves action, fantasy, a lot of twists and turns, and a bit of romance. This book also had some LGBTQ moments in it, which is put it really naturally, and it's not just pushed in with forced. I don't know if you know what I mean, but I hope you do, because I don't really know how to say it in a different way. That's all for today's video. Thank you for watching and see you next time!